Hello, welcome to Tampon Talk with Mary. Welcome to the show that only airs once a month. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. This is one of the episodes that is another instance where my quick story will definitely take up the entire episode. This is explaining why there was no episode last week. So I've talked about it before. I do this show because it's funny to talk about how much I struggle with my period. But this past week, kind of like a little while ago, I went to the hospital for my period. I didn't go this time, but I just went through a whole period of just really, really bad PMS. And it's difficult in something like this where it's already stigmatized to talk about like what's not being talked about in the different facets of having a period. And one of those is PMS, which we've talked about here on the show before. And I had PMS before, during, and a little after currently. This period that was just so unbelievably bad. Like, you could be in a painful place and it can be an equally bad emotional place. So I'm an open book. I every day of last week just cried. Every single day of the week I was depressed and lonely and really sad. Wow, it's really sad to say out loud. But it's the truth. And it was like, it's on top of other things, like just it's financial stress, emotional, other things going on, other crap. But I didn't ask if he would be okay with me sharing it, but I'm gonna anyway, because it was super nice. I am really lucky and fortunate to have the boyfriend that I have. I love him so much. And he's been on the show before, but I was texting him through this whole thing, and he was just nothing but supportive, even at points where he got really busy during the day, and couldn't say, even just like text me for like a few hours. Like, he was already apologizing, like, I'm sorry if I've haven't gotten to talk to you as much today. Like, I know you're good. Like, just very, very considerate. And then, it was like the end of the week. The entire day of Friday, I cried at every person I looked at. Literally, no, that's not an exaggeration. It was like just in all the meetings I had and the friends I met, my mom on the phone, I cried for every single person that I ran into. And I was so welcomed by all the kindness of the people around me. I had a dear friend buy me a tamale because I cried because I couldn't eat lunch at the time that I wanted to. I was in a meeting with a professor, and they made me tea in the meeting, like just all these little things. And then my boyfriend that day was just like, drop everything. After your class, we need to see each other. I'm going to take care of dinner. I'm going to take care of everything. Just come up, relax. And I was like, okay. Let me just drop all the stuff I'm working with and just, trust him, do it. And we see each other, and I just start bawling. Like, I literally just said, hi, and just bawled. And he's just so patient and so kind and so wonderful and perfect, and I love him to death. So he and I went to a grocery store, and he was like, pick something out. And I just started crying. I was like, I don't know what he was like. Can you pick something else so you can stop being sad, please? And then he was like pointing at us. He's like, do you want this? Do you want this? And I was like, I don't know. And, for people that know me, I have this weird thing with corn dogs where I just really I want to eat better, but I will end a life for a corn dog. Like, I really love corn dogs. I can eat like 16 at a time. It's really, really stupid. But I was like, I think I want something simple. And then at the same time, we both were like, corn dogs. So like he went and bought me corn dogs, and then we walked past some kombucha or whatever, and he was like, he's like, do you want the thing with the ginger in it? Because he remembered the ginger is good for your periods. And he was like, do you want this? And I just nodded, and he was like, got it. And then he was like, oh, you wanted chocolate, and then just went and got it. I was like, wow, how did I get so lucky? And then he walked past birthday cake Oreos, and then it was like, you want these too? And I was like, yeah. So he bought all of it. And then I was just like, he was like, we're gonna watch whatever you want to watch, just whatever you want to do. So get you a man. Wow. Shout out to Preston. I love him to death. He's, yeah. And it was like that day, I was scrolling through, Twitter, and, kind of a lot of different comedians were, posting about it. But it was something that was kind of on my heart too. Now it's getting really serious. But the suicide of Brody Stevens was Friday. And for those of you who don't know, he was a comedian. He was 48, and he was on a comedy festival tour, and he took his own life Friday. He's an awesome comedian, and it looks like so many people have had interactions with him. All of them seem to be just wonderful and positive. But it just had me really thinking that, that's another thing that's stigmatized is depression and suicide. And that's something that comes out of periods and menstruation. And I guess just, and like, I was so grateful for the people that were checking in on me while I was, going through my shit. Well, now it's a censored episode. But is that happens to comedians all the time, is that, they're sort of pigeonholed as just the funny people, and they are some of the saddest people that you'll never know. And, I guess this is just, remembering that we're living in a world that is both really progressive and really optimistic, and just getting things out there that, we're stigmatized and now we're not. But there's, still some work that needs to be done in other realms that are stigmatized. I mean, just like depression, suicide, people in recovery, addiction, periods. But yeah, a lot of big stuff happened. So this is just my third message just of this episode is that, wait. So I love my boyfriend, episode 1. I love the people that care about me, number 2. 3, check in on your friends. Check in on your friends, your family, people you maybe don't know. Because you don't know until you ask, or, and really listen. Watch the company you keep. The other big thing, which is incredible for period stigma, is that a period documentary just won an Oscar. It was called Period, the End of a Sentence. I believe it's on Netflix. You guys should check it out. It was produced by all these really cool women that are very prominent in media, and it's just, this is huge for the period community. This is huge. And people who are not part of it that just care about periods, you know what I mean? Like, this is huge, that it was like something that we can't talk about it, just won an Oscar. That is awesome. And there was just I'm gonna cut to the speech from them at the Oscars, so let's take a look at that.
And the Oscar goes to Period, End of Sentence.
This is the first Oscar nomination for Rika Zatabchi and Marissa Burton.
I'm not crying because I'm on my period or anything. I can't believe a film about menstruation just won an Oscar. Thank you, Netflix, for giving us a platform. Thank you to my creative partners, Sam Davis. I share this with you, baby. Thank you to my mom and my sister. I love you guys. To Lisa Tabak and Garrett Schiff. To Gunit Monga. women of Katagira, know that you are empowering women all over the world to fight for menstrual equality.
This film began because high school students here and our brave partners at Action India wanted to make a difference, a human rights difference. I share this award with the Feminist Majority Foundation, with Helen, Claire, Avery, Ruby, Sophie, Charlotte, Carly, the entire PAD project team, with the Oakwood School. I share this with teachers and with students around the world. A period should end a sentence, not a girl's education.
Right? Okay, cool. So this is like so exciting. And yeah, so please check out the documentary. And wow. So I'm going down my list of updates. Lots of other things are in store for Tampon Talk as well. Going into the new year, again, just really grateful to the people that have stuck around and listened to the show. Lots of new things in store. It's just, not just with people that will be coming on the show, more period positive people, or just more stories that need to be told. We've got some stuff lined up. I was just talking to some people the other day. I'm super excited. I met this like really cute, older, liberal-minded feminist lady, and she's adorable, and she loved the podcast, so we're gonna arrange that. So look forward to that. But yeah, and then I guess personally for me, outside of Tampon Talk, I'm an actor, but that's kind of the same shit with I'm an actor, but like, what do you really do? Well, I'm a barista at Starbucks. I actually love acting. I love comedy. But I have a big project that is in the works. We're currently in pre-production for it. And I'm really, really excited to talk about it. So there'll be some stuff about that coming out soon. The piece are coming out. The piece is called Verdict. I wrote it. I'm really interested to see how it's received. We're kind of in a climate, I think Jordan Peele's a great example, is that people in comedy can expand to other things and it's still widely well received. So we'll see. I am by no means Jordan Peele in any regard, but I hope that it's well received. So I wanted to tackle movements that are politicized, so mainly Me Too and the police brutality narrative and the Black Lives Matter narrative. Just telling a story that's just honest and that people live in the gray, and that it's hard. It's really, we get into dangerous territories when we see things as their side or our side. So I'll give some more information about that as days come along, but I have some really, really wonderful friends, really awesome filmmakers, that will be on board with that. So I would love all the Tampon Talk support when it comes to getting that thing going. So I will let y'all know. But and then the other thing too, so Jubilance is still something we're still promoting on the show. Especially when I had that really awful week with PMS, I really, really encourage that supplement is in a world for me. So you can follow the link in the description, or you can follow the link on our Instagram, Tampon Talk WMary, and it will send you to the Jubilance website. You'll get 10% off your order, either on a subscription bottle or a one-time bottle. I recommend the subscription. I'm going to have to renew mine soon because I had 3 bottles and I'm running out on my 3rd. But they're just really awesome people. You can check out the episode that we did with them. Super great. Check them out. They were just at a conference in New York City recently promoting it, and we're super excited for them. So shout out to the folks at Jubilance. They are super sweet and super wonderful and have always supported the show. And we're always shouting each other out on Instagram all the time, so you can check our Instagram and follow them as well if you don't already. Speaking on that note, I would love feedback. This episode is all over the fucking place. I'm so sorry. But I would love, like, what do you guys want to see in the show? Like, do you have any, do you want to be on the show? I would love feedback. How are we doing here at Tampon Talk? And reach me on all the things, or if I could be on more things, that could be in your feedback, so Instagram, Twitter, Tampon Talk W Mary. Truthfully, the Instagram is getting used the most. The Twitter is there. It's active. You can check it out if Twitter's your thing. I love Twitter. I use my personal one more. So if you want to follow that one, that's Periods Talk. So you see what I did there. So you can get some more Tampon Talk info there as well. You can also get it on my YouTube channel. It's Mary Makes Films, not Mary Makes Movies, because films are pretentious as fuck. So check it out there. Every episode of Tampon Talk with Mary is always going to be available there. So if you're unable to use Spotify or iTunes or any other subscription-based thing, is that it's gonna always be on YouTube. You can always check it out there. Instagram, hit me up on Instagram, slide into my DMs. Is that still a meme? Like us on Facebook, hit me up on Facebook, write me a review. If you are listening on Spotify, or you're listening on iTunes or iHeartRadio, and you like what you're listening to, please leave me a review. It really helps the show, helps get more buzz around period comedy, which is dope. So really, really encourage that. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you have any period stories, any comments, anything you want to share that's even related to your, anatomy, puberty, whatever, period stigma, to comedy, fucking your grocery store list, whatever you want. Email me. My email is always open, tampontalkwithmary@gmail.com. I would love your feedback, love your support, because that's really what keeps the show going, and I am nothing but grateful to people that really love and support the show. So there are some things in store within the next few weeks. I'm really, really excited to get the ball rolling on that. And I'm really excited to see what people think. So yeah, I think that's all I have. But yeah, so thank you again. That's what it comes back to. And truthfully, this is like my period confessional is Tampon Talk with Mary. So bless me, comedian gods, for I have sinned. It has been 2 weeks since my last episode. So thank you for sticking around, even when the schedule is not always on point. And this has been a really good growing experience for me as a creator, as a comedian, as an actor. Just finding a niche, finding different ways to feel empathy through Tampon Talk. Wow. So I think that's it. That's it for me. Like I said earlier, follow my Twitter, Tampon Talk W Mary, or my personal Twitter @Periods Talk. Post some solid memes on there if you're really looking for that. On Instagram, Tampon Talk W Mary. It's also the same. Or if you want to follow my personal Instagram, that's also linked there, MaryFlynn97. Like us on Facebook, Tampon Talk with Mary. You can probably find me there as well if you really want to get intimate with all my personal social media outside of Tampon Talk. And then again, hit me up, email me, tampontalkwithmary@gmail.com. If I can be on any other apps or things that are, your speed, you like more, let me know, and I'll get on them. I will bend my back for you, listeners. Thank you. So thank you for the support, and this is like leaving a voicemail, but thank you for listening to Tampon Talk, and we'll see you next time on Tampon Talk with Mary.